Welcome Libra, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. We are here doing the July, or at least the next 30 days from the time that you actually see this reading, for all sun, moon, and rising, or anyone that has a lot of Libra in their chart. Now, you guys know that I have heavy Libra in my chart, so I am going to be all about paying attention to this reading. We're going to do a different style of reading this particular month. What we do have are 4 oracles that will pop out. And this spread that we're doing is a 9-card spread. And it is going to depict present energies, your strengths, some hidden influences you need to be aware of. And then we're going to go in with the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. And then we're going to do past and future. So let me just finish pulling the rest of these cards and we will go ahead and get into it. Although I do see some pretty promising stuff. I'm paying attention. I am paying attention. Oh, yes, I am. Almost there. What do we have here? We got the 4 of Swords. We got the Tower. We got the 4 of Cups. We got the Ace of Rods. We got the 5 of Cups. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have... Come on. I'm excited. Ooh, we got the Heart Chakra, which means we get a bonus card here. It is this one. It is this one. So, oh, wow, that was super quick. Oh, we get an extra bonus chakra card. Excuse me, a little too much incense going on. And what is the last card for our Libra's universe? For our present position. Oh, that's that one. I love it. The central theme of this particular month is the Devil in reverse. So this Devil is titled Temptation. And what the Devil Capricorn Major Arcana energy is talking about is getting past a block, getting past self-imposed limitations, removing yourself from bondage, from a thing, a situation, a person, something that was definitely no longer in your best and highest good. So already congratulations on that, because this is the central theme of this particular main deck. So, like I said, the first card that we have here represents your present energy, and the present energy that we have here is all about the 4 of Swords, and this card is titled Rest and Rejuvenation. So if you aren't in this mindset at this current moment, then definitely you need to be able to rest and rejuvenate. It will definitely support you. A lot of the energies, especially with this past full moon and eclipse, have really just kind of like kicked people in the butt. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just need to take your rest when you need to take your rest. And you know, so that's a great thing. It does speak of being solid though, with the decision to be able to do that with the presence of a 4 here. Okay. I do want to call out before we do anything else that there are 3 4s here. Okay. So we have a lot of angels and spirit guides and other portions of awakening that are here as we take a look at these numerical sequences here. Just wanted to point that out. We'll go ahead and get into your strength position. The strength in the Tower is awesome. And the reason that the Disruption card, as it's titled here, is a strength for you is because you have an awareness that when things are falling down, tearing down, in a sense, it's there for your highest and best good, and you are not tied to the outcome of anything specific that you think has to happen. So I appreciate that one all day long. The Tower actually shows up when the universe is actually here to help clear your path, and at some level, you are definitely aware of that. The Tower card is actually one of my favorites in the deck. It didn't used to always be, but when you understand what it's there to do, it's definitely helping you. This is base chakra energy, and I am going to be strongly talking about the chakras as they relate to especially the major arcana cards here, because it's important that you understand this. Whenever your base fundamental items are out of whack, your base chakras out of whack, you tend to worry a little bit about things and where things are and where people are and situations and those different types of things. But your base chakra is showing up as being very, very strong if you can handle the Tower, knowing that it's not going to affect you in a negative way. Now, let's go ahead and go into the area of where you have some hidden influences. So this is Four of Cups energy. And this card is titled Discontent and Boredom. So at some point you are recognizing that there's something that you are just, you're ready to move forward with doing something. You're ready for the next thing to show up. But there's something here that's hidden that you need to be aware of. And very often it's described, and I do it as well because I feel strongly about this. The universe is trying to give you or shake you up in a sense and let you know that there's something out there that's for you. You're just not turning around to take a look at what that energy might be, okay? We will do some clarifiers with our White Sage Tarot in a little bit, but let's go ahead and continue forward. So the first element that we're going to pick here is actually your air. It is communication, and it's all mental acuity. But what we have here is the Ace of Rods that actually shows up here. So not only are you communicating beautifully about kind of where you're going, it looks as though you're actually taking some of that fire energy that's needed to kind of carry it forward. So passion being ignited, the Ace of Rods, giving you the kick in the behinder in order to kind of make something happen for yourself, or recognizing that something's getting ready to pop off for you. That came out really weird, but I kind of knew what I was talking about. Sorry if you didn't quite capture that. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, so in your fire sector, what we actually do have is a water element, which is actually emotional loss. So the passion and the creativity and the action that is surrounding you this particular next 30 days is about emotional loss. That's what this card is titled. This is the traditional Five of Cups with the Three of Cups kind of being spilt in the background and two solid cups still being there. This can be you in your pity party just a little bit. But what I find interesting about this is that if you know that your passion is ignited, like these two are kind of, you know, and well, there's going to be more here. But if you know that something is no longer for you, 4 and 5, right? We're progressing to knowing that you're moving to this next piece. You can't feel negative about anything that was happening in the past. You can't, because it's time to move forward. Take your feels where you need to take your feels, but don't stay there to a point where you're kind of creating conflict for your own self. So the Five of Cups can be, you know, feeling sorry for yourself in a sense, feeling regret or remorse for something that may have happened in the past. Say your sorries if you can say your sorries, or accept an apology if one is coming towards you, but you don't have to stay there. You did what you needed to do. There's still 2 cups behind you, and you have a lot of gratitude that needs to be expressed here, okay? Action. Express your sorrow and give appreciation and forgive yourself if you've done something that wasn't necessarily, you know, at your best point, all right? As we move forward into the Earth area, I find this interesting that we actually do have the Earth card. So this is realistic, physical, and practical attributes about what's going on, earthbound, and we actually do have the Three of Pentacles, which is earth and energy, right? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy for sure. This card is titled Recognition and Reward. What this card actually is realizing that there is a collaboration that's in your midst here. And this collaboration is going to help you build a very strong foundation. You know, a 3-legged stool stands just as strong as a 4-legged stool. So this is the beginning of a creation, a partnership, if you will. In the water element where we have emotions, I love this. We do have the heart chakra card that's here that's talking about the fact that you are being activated or that you will be activated. Your heart chakra's, well, it's just that. It's being activated. Your high heart is also being activated. And in that, you are receiving some victory and success. So this is the Seven of Rods energy in water, which again is it's passion for fire. But in this particular element, you know, we're talking about emotions and relationships and sensitivity. So there's, what I'm seeing is a relationship of some sort is going to come out very victorious and successful for you here at the end of the month. So some sort of a collaboration, I feel, and it is heart-based, okay? And the 6 and the 4 together reduces to 10, which is basically the culmination of change. I just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out there for some of my numerology peeps out there. Not the only sign in the past that has received the universe, aka the world card, showing up in the energy that's still working itself through. The world card definitely is of change. This is Capricorn Aquarius energy if you need to know that information, but it does talk about authority, responsibility, and I'm feeling really this is a lot of responsibility, change of transformation and cycles, and it definitely is heavy third eye. So you have been awakened and enlivened in some sense, and it's going to continue to propel you forward with information that you need to have, that you needed to have at the point, that you needed to have in the past, that's carrying forward for you in this particular month. Now, in the present situation, or excuse me, in the future situation, Lord have mercy. Let me just go ahead and just drink some of this water. Sorry, appreciate you understanding. In the future, we have a lot of wand energy. We have a lot of accelerated motion. This is a lot of messages. This is a lot of communication that's coming. And it's very strong energy. This also reduces to a 4. 4, 4, 4. When you take a look at the energies, but this is strong communication. Your throat chakra is being activated to communicate outward all of the things that you need. Call in all of the support that you need. And be yourself. But it's this positive energy. It's very stable, again, with the 8. So before we go ahead and we do clarifiers, I'm going to go ahead and pull the first Oracle card. I just pulled these off camera, didn't see anything, just to save a little bit of time. And there we have the 0 card in the Sacred Geometry deck. And the 0 card here is talking about awakening. It's specifically talking about Akashic Records and conscious evolution, which I think is fabulous. So there's no mistake in the way that the cards come out. So just take a look at this. If you happen to like different hertz of music, then there are whale songs out there. They carry very high vibration. They've been on the planet since forever. High vibrational beings, dolphins also, but pull in some whale music maybe as you're doing some meditation, just to get a little bit of a different aspect of how you can utilize this Fool energy, this newness, this awakening for what it is that you're going to be doing for yourself going forward. So we're going to go ahead and clarify, Libra. What can we best support our Libras with in their present energy of rest and rejuvenation? What else do we need to know about this rest and rejuvenation in their present space? Well, I mean, logically it makes sense that if you've got your third eye awakening and then you have the potential Starseed Lightworker for more awakening to happen for you, you definitely need to be able to rest so that you can assimilate or integrate the energy. Yes, we have the Chariot here. So you've been through a lot in the past. You've been through a lot of craziness, but you are definitely moving forward. This is a karmic card, so this is definitely telling you that this is your time. What else do we need to know about this, if anything? I love this new little deck. This is the White Sage Tarot. I love them because they're little, and I love how reactive they are. Very light to work with. King of Pentacles. do or die kind of energy for someone to kind of be in the midst. Also, like I said, with the earth and energy that's there, I very much see a lot of grounding that needs to happen. The King of Pentacles does talk about making sure that there's influences of contracts. Feel the need to say that. Contracts, new negotiations. The King of Pentacles shows up when there's something that you need to be aware of, and there's a second opportunity for you to be aware. Now, I do see that the Six of Swords is in reverse. Now, the Six of Swords technically would be positive momentum forward. So the warning here is that if you do not take this rest and rejuvenation as you should be, you won't move forward with ease and grace, and then you are going to have some challenges with your stability. So take the advice of Spirit and make sure that you are getting the rest and the rejuvenation that you need. You know, it could just be taking a daily walk. It can be making sure that you sit down and you meditate for 15-20 minutes a day, just complete silence, or with the meditation, to do something that takes yourself out of the craziness. Air signs, you know how we are. We tend to overthink things sometimes and have to think 5 levels deep, but you need to get out of that mental energy sometimes so that you can receive the energy from Spirit. Now, what I want to do is I want to go into this, the strength area. What is it about the Tower that is supportive for our Libras? Okay, so we've got the Nine of Cups, which is being satiated and knowing that everything that you have is there for a reason. The rainbow is there for a reason, right? You have all of the chakras represented with the Nine of Cups being completely in alignment. What else do we need to know about the blessing of the Tower here for Libras? Thank you. Hey, look at that. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is talking about making sure that stability is being brought to you. Red influence, again, being grounded with the root chakra. Being grounded and making sure that you're taking up your space that you need for yourself. Again, meditation, going within, doing the things that you need to do for you. Mommy and me time is coming out. It's even important for mommy to make sure that she has time to herself. And then it's followed up by the Strength card, which means there's a lot of healing that's here with the Strength card. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. You have a lot of strength to endure all the different things that are going on. The Strength card is also indicative of the heart chakra. And it also talks about courage and just being at your best. So this Tower moment is definitely something that's here to support you. So the Tower does bring in unexpected things, but again, it's not like you're tied to having to know anything. You have put it out there and you're just waiting for it to come in. So you're following universe very, very well. And the Strength card also, if I didn't mention it, does talk about healing that's coming in. So there's a healing that's coming for you, something that was stopping you in the past. There's a healing from a situation. There's a healing in your body. There's a healing in your heart, in your mind. You've already overcome it. Now, this discontent and boredom for information that you may not have an understanding about. This discontent and boredom. So we've got the Page of Swords here. And the Page of Swords is a gentle kind of energy. She is ready to go to bat for you. But it is kind of like a juvenile energy. And it's in reverse, meaning that there's an influence of, I guess I want to say in a sense, there's a sense of not appreciating. Okay, now I'm getting a different spin on this one at the second. Let me just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and draw the next card. This is the Five of Cups, and it's presenting in reverse, which is the same as the emotional loss here. So these two are definitely tied together. So your awareness or hidden influence has to do with your passion and creativity and action. They are tied to your Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so at the end of the day, there's a little bit of some juvenile influence here, especially when it comes to the Five of Cups. And here it's presented that you are, you've kind of gotten past that. So the Five of Cups in reverse is actually really good. the Wheel of Fortune is here to present you with another opportunity. So you definitely have to turn around, or you have to ask Spirit to help you understand, what is it? Help me turn around and see what it is that I'm not seeing here. You're caged in a little bit being in this big tower, and there's all this open field and this big beautiful castle that's there for you. So you do need to ask Spirit to kind of help you go in and stop being so juvenile with your thought process. I'm sorry, those are the words that just came out. So we'll go ahead and move forward. Let's find out what's going on with this air element, this communication. With these our mental thoughts in the air area are being supported by the Ace of Rods. Why is that? What is the best information that we can support our Libras with for this upcoming July? There we go. Oh, we got the whole story all at once. I love it. Two of Pentacles. Being balanced between multiple projects. We'll leave it at that for just a second. The Queen of Wands is here. I love that. And then you've got the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there is something that's getting ready to change for some people in the work front. There's something that you're doing that's not work related, or not your 9-to-5 job that's related, that is pretty much calling you to action. A side gig, a project, whatever it is that you're doing on the side that you really truly have passion for. The Queen of Wands is here to support you with that. So the Queen of Wands is my absolute favorite of all the queens, because she is the get her done type of person, but she's also very gentle and she's very practical about the way that she does things. So she wields her wand extremely gracefully. So to have the ace with the queen here is letting me know that something that you feel or have felt unstable about, whether it's in your workplace or your home place, is actually okay. You're gonna wield that wand or that rod, however you learned the terminology, and it's going to come out to be a good thing. Now, there is balance that's required here between the two different things that you're doing, but I do feel that this balance is going to be greatly supported. So there's a way for perhaps a 9-to-5 and a side gig to work out in a beautiful way without it necessarily affecting your stability. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Okay, let us go ahead and take a look at our fire space, which is this emotional loss. What do we need to know? How do we best support our Libras with this emotional loss? This Five of Cups. It's that one and that one. Well, I'm not mad at this. So this is definitely earth and energy. So we've got the Page of Pentacles, and then we go to the King of Swords. So the Page of Pentacles is basically indicating, and I think the loss is that there's something in your foundation, and I think it has to do with money. There was money that you thought that you were supposed to have, and it didn't show up. The King of Swords is like ready to go. He's just like all action. And you're a little butthurt because it didn't show up when you thought it was supposed to show up. But then you've got the Empress that's here with the Ace of Pentacles. So the Empress is all of the great things, utilizing your feminine energy to call in what's necessary. It does also talk about intuition. It also talks about being balanced, loving, and caring. I'm just taking a minute here because, yeah, she's speaking to the King of Swords here. She's trying to calm him down a little bit. But you've got the Ace of Pentacles that's here. So at the end of the day, whatever it is your side project is, or whatever it is that you're trying to develop for yourself on a spiritual level, also I feel for some people is working. So continue to do your Reiki practice, continue to do your light weaving, continue to do your grounding, working on grids, continue to read if that's what you like to do. Continue to do whatever it is that you like to do that is supportive. And just because the money didn't come when you wanted it doesn't mean that it's not going to. The Empress is definitely indicating that is continuing to grow and expand. And it obviously will show up for you here. Let's go ahead and move forward to the Earth element. What's going on with this recognition and reward that we can help support? Ooh. Hey, look at that. We got the 10 of Cups. Hallelujah. So everything shows up. You got the 10 of Cups. So you're at the end of a cycle. Everything's going to come to fruition. And then you got the Queen of Pentacles upright sitting next to that. What else? So all the emotional components that you put into the side, whoa, it actually is the Knight. But I'll take the Death one in reverse. The Knight of Swords is also ready to go. And then we've got Death in reverse, which is major Scorpio energy. Okay. Death in reverse is talking about having at some point been maybe a little bit resistant to some of the different things that were coming. And you needed to come to an emotional spot in order to recognize and accept the Queen of Pentacles. And then the Knight of Swords actually showing up. So I find this very, very interesting. That the Death card shows up here, just talking about transformation, also scorpionic energy here. That's really all it is. That's really all it is. And this card does not belong here. Now let's go ahead and go to the water element. This victory and success that shows up, especially with your heart chakra. Doing it from the place of love and receiving it from a place of love. And the first card out to support it is the Three of Cups. So again, celebration. Nice big water element. All right, and we've got a story here. Nope, I'm told it's not all of those. Sorry. All right, Three of Cups supporting victory and success. What else do we need to know? That Three of Cups. Taking your small successes and being totally grateful for them. Okay, so we have the King of Wands in reverse here. And then you have the Eight of Swords upright. So let's go and figure this bad boy out. You have victory and success here, which is great. You do need to take every celebratory moment that you can for what it is. Celebrate the small victories because they will lead to the bigger victories. Don't let your passion come undone with being a hothead. Because if you do, you're going to bind yourself in a sense. Eight of Swords in this story is telling me that if you do that, you're going to bind yourself. So be grateful and humble with all of the different things you're doing and make sure that you're doing it from the heart. Let's find out why the universe helped us to change, what was necessary from the universe's perspective back in June. Well, you had the Two of Cups, so you had a union that wasn't there. You had the Page of Wands who was interested in kind of moving forward, and then you needed the Tower moment to show up in order to shake it up so that this could happen. Love it. Let's talk about this future card. So again, we've got the Eight of Rods, and then we've got the throat chakra. A lot of communication. Work on that throat chakra. Speak life into the things that you're doing. This is awesome. What else can you tell us about this future? Anything. You have to. Yeah, there it is. There it is. So, like I said, you overcome. The bottom of the deck was the Devil card. The Devil card showing up here is just a warning to don't slow yourself down because you are the High Priestess. You have a lot of secret knowledge. Virgo moon energy. And the Hierophant, you don't need to be a loner. So what this is telling me is that there's going to be some support coming for you. You don't have to be scared of this particular situation. The High Priestess is going to reveal, but the Hierophant upright is making sure that you're being the inner teacher, and that you're using good judgment. When it's in reverse, it's like you're being the loner a little bit. But what this is telling me is that you are definitely aware of who is potentially not supporting some things for you coming up with regards to how you're going to communicate, and that's not a bad thing. Like I said, at the end of the overall energy is you already get past this. And the bottom of the deck for the second one here is it upright? Yes, it's the Hermit. The Hermit upright. So the Hermit, also kind of a loner, but it's more spiritual than anything else. It absolutely is throat chakra. So you are going to be able to individually take care of the different things that you need to be able to take care of. What else do I have to say about this one? Yeah, you've got utilize your best judgment here. You're going to be aware of where judgment needs to change, but you're going to be able to do a lot of this. Ask for help if you need it, but your throat chakra is just going to be just popping off here. So let's go ahead and go to our Lightworker Oracle deck, and you're being asked to bring in the power of the Divine Masculine to help support you. That's the fire energy that's like going, right? For a little brevity, let's see what the little naughty unicorns have to say. Rebel. Because fuck it. And just to bring it all together, the therapy angels want to address with you crystals. The energy of crystals support you and supports you with your present situation. Well, hello. I mean, clearly. So Libra, you need to take advantage of what crystal technologies you have available. And I always tell people, if you only ever have one, make sure it's a clear quartz crystal. They are the crystal that you can use for any chakra. If you said about utilizing the earthen technologies that are here for us, they're here for us for a reason. So, you know, take an advantage of using them if you can. It's basically a really good reading. It tells me that you're going to... and I include myself in that, continue to do the things that are beautiful, knowing that you aren't being held down or tied to the changes that are going to happen. You're literally just going to kind of go with the flow, and you are going to come out ahead by the end of this month. You're not resisting these things anymore. Throat chakra is significantly going to be activated. Heart chakra is significantly activated. Third eye chakra is all up in here. So again, Lightworker Starseed, you guys are just being completely activated with all of the energies that are coming through. Make sure that you hit the like button, assuming that you liked this version or variation of the read that I've done for this particular month. Subscribe so that you can see all of the other signs. If you are interested in your ascendant or moon, assuming only that you were taking a look at this as your sun sign or you're cross-watching for somebody else, comment. I'm very interested in your commentary. I really enjoy doing this, and I just want to be able to say thank you very much for that. Thank you for watching, and for now, that's all I have to say. Enjoy the rest of your month, Libra. Bye for now.